How's a lawyer's funeral different from a snake's?
Priest the same mass for a snake.
I guess you heard them all. You spot the Joker in the drinks around the house.
I need some help on this.
Well, again, MacHeath. I guess it's all a question of perception.
A woman of your talents ought to be in Vegas.
Hey, Mac.
Well, it's the district attorney.
Hey, Mac. How's your calendar?
Hope it's well. Haven't had time to look.
Mac, the mayor's office needs an interim negotiator. Now, if you can think of somebody sharp...
Wait a minute. I could shuffle around a few things. I mean, what's life without a zest for civic duty? Sign me on. Tell His Honor to be a privilege. Anything particular on the agenda?
Well, negotiations have broken down between the city's sanitation contractor, Mr. Barnett, and his employees.
If this strike goes on another week, MacHeath, I promise you, we're going to be drowning in our own garbage.
Oh, and you want me to stem the tide.
Well, who better?
Ha, thank you. Lorraine, really, great idea.
Little chapel where I pledged my heart and hand. You're expecting Judy Garland?
Gordon?
I see we haven't lost our sense of humor. Rack the back, slugger. Let's go celebrate for old time's sake. And I'm sitting in my musty little office at Soho when the telephone rings. Should I answer it? Should I answer it? I ask myself. I mean, there's always a divorce. Don't I recall you tied the knot?
4 years ago. Right after a Bean Alvazari versus Gomez, Fletcher, and Fleuret. That was a divorce.
Yeah.
Gordon, I hope you realize we're trespassing.
MacHeath, would I ever lead you astray? Just follow me and try not to fall in the river. Where was I? Oh, yeah, told me. I answered. You'll never guess who.
The Ayatollah seeking an appeal in a higher court.
Close. Monsignor McClellan.
No.
The O'Brien boys have been picked up, he bellowed. Get your heathen bones up here and represent them.
We're the O'Brien boys.
I could feel the parish tremble. Did you get the gift I sent you?
You sent me something?
I did.
When was that?
The day you tied the knot. Silver crucifix. Your wife was supposed to use it to ward you off when the moon was so full.
Well, thanks. I don't remember seeing it. But then she didn't seem to need that kind of help.
Marriage folded, huh?
He left. Started out well, but got complicated. I don't know.
Hey, you two! The problem is I can only handle one.
Hey, be thankful that it's all that nature gave you.
One O'Brien. Would it jam your schedule if I asked you to defend the other?
Are you serious, Gordon? It'd be a privilege just to work with you.
You're right. Smell the air, Mackie? That's the atmosphere of history. Culture. The Atlantic.
Garbage, Gordon. Right now, it's the garbage.
To be sure, garbage. In a dreary Brixton prison, where an Irish rebel lay.
Would you like some more coffee, Mr. Leary?
Gordon, thanks. Great breakfast.
Hey, some people rave.
Will you be staying long?
I hope so. It's all up to the DA. I'm handling the O'Brien case, and I think Mackie volunteered to lend me a hand.
What do you mean, think?
Oh, they robbed that armored transport truck and shot a guard, as I recall.
Hey, I guess we don't mess around.
Well, who knows? They're the favorite suspects at this point. But it's all a lot of folderol. It all came down the same way when I was doing New York versus Witherspoon.
Prosecution or defense? Good morning, all. Yeah, that was a big civil rights case. You bet. Meet Gordon Leary. He's one of Simon's oldest friends. We're helping him on the O'Brien case.
That's...
Oh! Excuse me.
You know, think about it. Aren't they Irish Catholic, after all?
So you think they stole the money for the IRA?
How do you know if they stole it? Or if they did? Then yes. I bet that they did it for the cause.
He's still a romantic.
Say, what's the story on the garbage hauler mediation I heard about downtown?
Whoa. Now that sounds exciting.
Yeah, let's all hold our breath. See you at the jail at 12:15.
Would you like some more sausage, Gordon?
Yeah, thanks. Withers. I was defending. 12:15. Take a shower first.
What do these guys expect of us? The box scores in the weekend ball game?
Empathy, dedication, a warm body. Standard American.
Guess we're not going to enter a plea in NOLA.
Not unless you think they want to spend the next 800 years in prison. Frankie, Joey? I'm Gordon Leary. This is Simon MacHeath. He used to work for me, and he's helping me out on this. I think what we need to do here is, get acquainted. Is that okay with you?
I heard of you.
No, come here. Sit down, man.
Is there anything you want to tell me?
Yeah. I didn't do it.
Best news I've had all day.
I got an alibi. I do. Ask Angel. Me and Frank were at Angel's place across from Fenway waiting on a pepperoni pizza.
Right. So you and Frank are pure as the driven snow, and Angel's going to testify to that.
Well, yeah. Why shouldn't he? So is it true? I heard on TV with one of these two armored guys. I heard that one of them pulled through.
Doesn't really matter, does it, if you and Frank were having pizza? You get me?
Then he says you've got an alibi. Great, I'd say.
Got the same story. What flavor was the pizza?
If they want to cover for each other, fine. And the sooner Angel signs an affidavit that supports their alibi, the sooner we can turn our minds to something that'll pay.
We're near a voice of reason in the wilderness. I'm so glad you're back.
You know, I thought I'd make a couple of social calls while I was in town, but why don't we get together for a drink later on?
You're on.
Congratulations. You finally made it to the bottom of the barrel.
Guess who put me there?
I'm not referring to the civic plum I gave you, kiddo.
Oh, you want to bite?
I'm referring to the two scumball killers you're defending.
Who needs a jury? We've got a prosecutor.
And the so-called lawyer you're working with.
What's that supposed to mean?
I hear he's got quite a reputation.
Well, why shouldn't he? He's the best litigator I've ever seen.
From what I hear, he's about to be disbarred.
Isn't everybody? Dust it off, Lorraine.
Just be careful whose canoe you sit in, sweetheart. There actually are a couple of folks in town who wouldn't like to see you drown with Gordon Leary.
No Angel, no emergency referral on the door. I'll leave my card and check downtown and see if there's a residence address on file.
Yeah, do that. Angel's the key to the alibi. Anything on what tipped the cops to the O'Brien brothers?
Joey's car. The armored transport driver and a passing citizen made its license number as it left the scene.
And when they pulled him over, was the weapon in the car?
They didn't find the car. Haven't found a weapon either.
How'd they find a case? Were Frank and Joey buying caviar with $100 bills?
They busted Joey at his house, picked up Frankie an hour later with his girlfriend. Joey had $10 on him, Frankie had $50.
In the armored car, people say they lost $250,000.
And the guard. You think it might have been an inside job?
I think Lorraine's gonna need more evidence than she's got. Well, I'll see you around the campus.
Bernadette had no luck with Angel's residence address. She said she'd be back at 5 o'clock. And Mr. Rostenkowski of the Refuse Haulers local called to ask if 10 o'clock tomorrow morning was all right. Forget-me-nots. Here I thought you were Simon.
Thanks. I try to keep my figure. What's your secret?
Fear. These are lovely.
Gordon.
Gordon, I'll put these in the vase. Oh, you know, if there's anything I can do for you while you're in town,
I'll be needing a copy machine.
it's in the den. I'll turn it on. You know, I hope you realize that you're one of only 3 men for whom Simon has a real affinity.
How is he, Elizabeth? I mean, how's he really doing?
Oh, you know, constant battle between triumph and despair.
Never heard of it.
Basically, in spite of all the chaos he creates, I think he's very lonely. I think he needs someone.
Don't we all? Well, I'll collect my things and see if I can find a civilized little hotel.
Oh, we'll take my car.
All right. Good deal.
Lower belly, liver, chest, assault gun, high velocity, low caliber. You know what those slugs do?
Well, ballistics aren't my specialty.
You ever open up a can of dog food? Ask a surgeon to put that together, pal. He looked at me, and I knew he was gone. You ever watch your buddy die?
I understand you saw the guy who pulled the trigger.
And I would have killed him if the bullet hadn't cut the nerve.
Now, the word you just used was him. Are you saying there was only one guy?
A job like that, you think he's gonna do it all alone?
I'm asking you.
I mean, it figures that his brother was the wheelman, right?
Did you actually see a second man?
I'll tell you something. Let the system cut those bastards loose. I'll get them. Then I'm coming after you.
Kavanaugh? What, are you making a book down there? I want to talk to you. It's yours.
I'm not collecting, Kavanaugh. I'm mediating. Can you help me out? I need some information.
Nice shoes.
Here, take this. For Megan and the kids. Is there anybody working with the old underground, the IRA?
And when will you be dropping by to mediate our grubbage, then?
Who is it, Kavanaugh? Tim Wheeler? O'More? Turlock? I'm working on a murder case. I need an answer to a simple question. Was it the IRA?
There ain't no simple questions anymore.
You've reached the offices of Simon MacHeath. At the sound of the tone, please leave your name and number.
How much is this car worth, MacHeath? $250,000? You won't be needing this?
Kavanaugh says you've been poking around.
You're adding to the garbage problem, Turlock. I can get it on the phone.
What for? You having any friends? Not since you left the old neighborhood.
Oh, you're all compassion. Where'd you get the $250,000 figure? Leprechaun?
It's just a number. I know everything, MacHeath. Take Kavanaugh. He works an honest job while you drive this.
Any O'Briens?
The IRA's got enough to worry about without Frankie O'Brien. No. That man's too crazy. He's too weird.
And Joey?
That poor kid can barely tie his shoes.
At least he showers regularly.
That's for you, MacHeath. The moment when you least expect it, I'm gonna come by and split your lip for taking Mary Furman from me 20 years back. Some of us remember who we are, MacHeath.
Law offices?
It's me. I'm testing a new phone. Is Elizabeth there?
Oh, she left a message saying she was going to help Mr. Leary find a room in a hotel. And then she said that they were going to have supper together.
Oh, did she say where?
Next day, I was out of here. And you?
Oh, I was a secretary at Haverhill and Hastings. That's the mortuary that calls itself a law firm. And I'd filed for an annulment.
From the firm or the husband?
Oh, one doesn't resign from Haverhill and Hastings when it's involved. It was quite the scandal when they fired Simon.
Oh, I wouldn't sit that bad.
According to people in the conference table, which was crushed when Mr. Haverhill's daughter left him. Phoebe. There I sat as a man who could use my help.
The annulment.
Oh, I'm still waiting.
Hey, how you doing? Listen, we're gonna have to take a whole new slant on this O'Brien thing.
Mackie, sit down. Have a drink.
Thanks. Listen, forget about saving Ireland, okay? These guys are not IRA. That's one.
Who told you that?
I got my sources. Trust me. Secondly, this guy Angel, who's supposed to alibi them, right? Guess what? No face, no trace.
He's gone. Come on. Just have to look a little harder for him, that's all.
You try and find him. I've already done that dance. And finally, get this. Suppose I tell you that the robbery could have been pulled off by just one guy, not two, just one.
Are you sure that's not a fantasy?
You're right. It's a kooky idea that I got. Gordon, here's a quarter. Let's call Monsignor McClellan, fill him in, let him defend the guys.
Why? Think they're jerking us around?
Look, if both these guys are conspiring to lie, that's not so bad. But if just one of them's lying, that sheds a different light on everything. It means one's innocent and the other is guilty, you see?
Mackie, don't pull that string. The way things are going, the Joker might be Joey.
So what do you want to do? Thanks. Thanks a million.
Remember what I told you way back when? It doesn't matter who did what, who's guilty or who's innocent. You just defend them the best way you can, and you win.
With what? Well, I guess I better be hitting the road.
Bye.
All right, boys. The clerk's going to call the case. You'll join us at the bench, and the judge will ask a few questions. You will answer yes and not guilty.
Where's my lawyer, MacHeath?
I think he's busy, Frank. Either you changed your story yet?
All right. I'm gonna cook your kishkas, boyo.
You looking for some cheap thrills, baby?
You've heard the clerk read the charges. How do you plead?
Not guilty.
And you?
The same, not
Your Honor,
guilty.
as to the matter of bail,
The Commonwealth requests that bail be denied, Your Honor, in view of the nature of the crime.
Your Honor, that's ludicrous. Nothing personal.
I'll bet.
Hey, let's keep it friendly.
Your Honor, the prosecutor doesn't have enough to bind them over for indictment.
You would have a PC hearing on the 10th in that case, Mr. Leary, but I'm setting bail at $1 million.
Fine. Prosecutor will accept the credit card.
Next case.
Where's Angel?
We'll muddle through without him.
Gordon, I can't muddle through a murder trial. It deflates my self-esteem.
Look, I didn't find him, all right? I tried. And she doesn't have a case.
Doesn't mean we don't need a defense, Gordon. I don't like it. It's time to shake up the tree. I want the real story now, Joe. You understand me?
I told you all I know.
Hey, get your brain in gear. All the evidence the DA's got is pointing at you. Angel has disappeared. No alibi, no defense. You got me now?
I'm innocent, Mr. MacHeath.
Who gives? The DA doesn't care about that. You're gonna go up to MCI and those big old cons up there, they're gonna make a woman out of you. Is that your life ambition? You better talk to me.
And if I tell you, you have to tell the court.
No. Whatever you tell me about the crime is automatically protected by what we call lawyer-client privilege. It stays with us.
Look. All right. We set out in my car. Frank drops me off at Angel's. I go in, just like he tells me, and I order up a pizza.
Great. Keep talking.
Frank comes back, maybe 40 minutes later, in a car I'd never seen before.
Where's your car?
He says he left it off. He got a flat tire. But I don't think he hit that armored truck and stole that money. If he had, he would have gave me some.
The fact remains, you don't know where Frank is while you're sitting at Angel's eating pizza.
The thing I'm trying to get across is I'm his brother. He loves me. You understand?
You sure of that?
Oh, yeah.
Frank own a gun?
I just don't know.
Where's Angel, Joey?
I don't know.
Yeah, I get the picture.
So we sit down, and he stonewalls me. I have to pull it out of him. He's innocent. Listen, too bad about the psychopath, but maybe you can cut a deal.
Deal? Psychopath? I got some news for you.
Yeah, Frank is covering for Joey.
No, Joey is covering for Frank. You got it backwards. Frank did the robbery, and he set it up so that if anything went sour, Joey would take the fall.
Sour? How?
Look, does Lorraine have the car, the weapon, the money? Think about it. Something's going to turn up to implicate him. I mean, Joey.
No.
Is the seat taken?
Would it make a difference if it were? I believe you know Assistant DA Stewart.
Hey, how you doing, Mac? Where's your dustpan and your broom?
See me in the morning, Stuart. We're going to recycle your brain. Look, doll, it's time to drop the charges.
Against a pair of murderers. You're crazy.
You got the car, the weapon, the money?
No, but I will, and when I do, I'm going to send those two up for Forever.
Forever may be good enough for one, Lorraine, but the other's innocent.
Which one?
A single malt, straight up, warm the glass. And a Shirley Temple for the boy. Hey, doesn't matter. Press the charges. Convict them both.
Well, at least I'll know I got the guilty one.
Spare me your late-night phone calls, Lorraine, and trust your pastor to provide you with a cure for that insomnia.
Better than apoplexy, kiddo. Hey, Stu, tell him what you dug up on his friend.
Now you're robbing graves.
Hey, at least I never took a kickback on a shady settlement.
You can take a pill without a glass of water, Stuart. What's your problem, envy? You're not even half the lawyer that Gordon Leary is.
Which half is left?
This guy takes on cases that would burn down a tree. Ask around, Lorraine. I mean, a couple of years ago, he took on Witherspoon against the entire DA's office in Manhattan.
J.K. Jankowitz defended Witherspoon. He's a very dear old friend of mine. Gordon Leary had nothing to do with the case.
I'm sorry, love. I kissed all the cousins, but I've got to go. His Eminence is here. If you see a call to Dublin on your monthly station, it's mine.
Out.
The IRA would like to clear its name, MacHeath, so I found out some information. A local salesperson, I'm sorry I can't say who, remembers Frankie O'Brien as the one who bought a weapon from him. An assault gun. 3 days before the armored car was hit. The IRA is clean.
It was a gift. My great aunt left it to me.
If you watch your back.
No, it's excellent.
Oh, you?
All right, it's back.
I got it. Just be...
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
You found it. That's
Yeah.
it.
Tricky little thing. Ooh. Don't.
Oh.
Excuse me.
Mackie.
Oh, I was just about to... We were gonna leave.
Yeah, just give us a moment, okay?
I'll stay downstairs.
Becky. Come on. Want to spill it?
Hey, it'll blow over. Just forget it, okay?
My friend.
And you defended Witherspoon.
Oh, please.
I don't get it, Gordon. First the IRA, then Witherspoon. Why didn't you tell me you were facing disbarment charges in New York? Gordon, if you'd have come to me with your problems, I could have maybe helped you. Why didn't you tell me?
The man you used to know is gone. Disappeared. Had too many drinks. Made too many failed bets. I don't have it, Mackie. I don't have the wit. I don't have the memory, the confidence. Whatever it was you once admired in me.
Frank O'Brien used you, Gordon. He conned you. Don't you get it? The gun. It belonged to Frank. He owns the gun, Gordon. It's his.
What do you want to do now? Got the case.
Stand up to it. Do the right thing. I learned it from you. I watched it in you. Time and time again, Gordon. The man I knew, he'd stand in front of an oncoming train if he knew he was right. You taught me that, Gordon. You showed me what a lawyer was. Frank created this whole thing. He's got to tell the truth. Talk to him. Get tough with him. Whatever you were, you can reclaim it. Punch through the wall, Gordon. Remember? Tell me you remember what it feels like.
Do I? I suppose I do. All right, sure, I'll talk to him first thing in the morning.
Your associate left a message for my office to convey to you.
You mean Yvette?
She said she hasn't found your secretary, but she intends to keep on looking.
I appreciate it.
Don't thank me yet, kiddo. Just remember that you owe me one.
What's that supposed to mean?
Something wrong?
No, it should go over like a piece of cake. Where's your lawyer, pal?
Beats me.
He'd have a little chat with you this morning? Why should he? I'm in it.
Yeah, sure. MacHeath, there's Angel.
Hey, Angel.
Do I know you?
I'm Joey's lawyer. How about a 7-second deposition?
Angel.
Larry.
Mackie.
Gordon, where'd you find this guy?
All right.
Have a seat, Mackie.
Gordon, why didn't you talk to Frank?
We would have looked like fools.
What's going on?
And having shot you and having killed your partner, what did he do then?
Grabbed the lock bags from me, then took off.
Where's she going with this?
Wait and see.
I offer you these photographs and ask you if any of the vehicles in them resemble the one the thief escaped in.
That one.
Your Honor, the printout from the registry, it's on the flip side of the photo, identifies the vehicle as that belonging to Joey O'Brien. The car has now been found, and since the lab tests show no fingerprints aside from Joey's on it...
Excuse me, Your Honor.
The prosecution now rests.
Your Honor, I would like an answer to my question, please.
Mackie, sit down. It's all over.
What is going on?
You're wrong.
We'll deal with this later, Mr. MacHeath. Miss Picasso, are you going to prefer charges against both suspects?
No, Your Honor. We received an affidavit placing Frank O'Brien elsewhere at the time and feel that we have insufficient evidence to proceed
What do you
against.
mean? Hey, Angel, it was me. You sold me out. Mickey, what's going on here? Down. Your Honor, I would like a 30-minute recess, please.
Yes. You need one.
All right.
Okay, just... Rain.
We have a problem, kiddo? You told me one of them was innocent.
Yeah, the other one. You got the wrong one. You're crazy. Lorraine, everyone's going nuts in here. Lorraine, I am telling you, Frank engineered everything. All right, look, I'm sorry, look. Just tell me who tipped you to the car, okay? It's going to come out in the discovery anyway.
We got a call at 4 o'clock in the morning telling us where it was. I mean, you know how these things happen, kiddo. It could have been the paper boy.
Well, you could have told me that.
Well, I did call, but there was no answer. At least I told your hero, Gordon Leary.
Why didn't you tell me, Gordon? About Angel and the car.
Hey, come on.
Was it that important that you win? Was it so important that you had to send my client up the river?
Yes.
I trusted you. I believed in you. And you knew. You knew where Angel was. You knew where Frank stashed the car. And you knew that Joey was the fall guy.
It's a tricky case. Required some thought. As far as the crime is concerned, I mean, I had no part of that.
And Elizabeth, you used her. You calculated the whole thing. And then you just waited for the perfect moment, huh?
Mackie, why take it all so seriously?
You cut out my guts, Gordon.
Look at us. You see any real difference? Just a lesson. Take it in stride. Imagine how empty your month would have been if all you'd had to do was mediate a garbage strike.
Excuse me. Elizabeth's outside. Somebody ought to talk to her.
All right. Excuse me, but... What happened? Gordon?
I want to die.
Don't we all? You'd be in better company.
I want to go away.
I'll buy you the ticket.
Come back.
I've never won a case without you, Elizabeth. I wouldn't know how. I don't know how to win this one.
I found this in his hotel room.
Okay.
All right.
Feeling better?
Infinitely.
Counsel for defense?
Your Honor, what's occurred here is a travesty of justice.
All of us have heard the self-same facts, Mr. MacHeath.
And I have no quarrel with them, just the conclusions drawn by them. The court's been misled.
You're free to put your client on the stand.
I could do that, Your Honor. We could hear him testify that he's innocent. He is. The problem is he's been denied the proof.
Which you, I hope, will bring to us before the sun goes down.
Regrettably, I can't. But my co-counsel can. I'm calling Gordon Leary to the stand.
Mr. Leary, as you know, you're not obliged to testify.
Oh, that's fine, Your Honor. If we sidestep all questions that might infringe on attorney-client privilege.
Of course. Although once you begin as a witness, you will forfeit the right to continue as your client's counsel.
Thank you, Your Honor. I think my job is done.
What do you do for a living, Gordon?
I'm a lawyer.
What kind of lawyer?
My interest runs to protecting fundamental liberty. Issues of political oppression.
Like New York versus Witherspoon, for example.
I had nothing to do with that case.
Your practice, is it lucrative?
No, it's modest, mostly pro bono. What I mean by that is that the pay, the people, are more important than the pay.
So if someone offered you, say, $50,000, would that be an inducement?
Of course not.
How did you come to this case, Gordon?
This case, Monsignor McClellan called me. He's a friend, and I did it as a favor.
In the spirit of freedom of political expression and so forth.
I may have been mistaken on that point.
In any case, Monsignor McClellan didn't arrange for your fees.
No, service was volunteered.
Oh. Who else did you speak with concerning this case?
I spoke with many people. Putting together the case in defense of my client.
And just what did that consist of?
I can't answer that. Protected by privilege.
Oh, without infringing on your attorney-client privilege, could you just tell us who these people were? A refuse hauler, a cigar store clerk, my secretary.
Yes. I'll stipulate to that.
You got to know her pretty well, huh?
Your Honor, this is really quite irrelevant.
On the contrary, Your Honor, Miss Verhagen is a material witness.
Then I think you should answer the question, Mr. Leary.
You got to know her. You got to know her pretty well, huh?
I suppose so.
I beg your pardon.
I suppose so, yes.
You took her out to supper, huh? And you spoke to her in my apartment. And isn't it a fact that you invited her to your hotel? What's the matter, Gordon? You look a little worried.
concerned about what's in the box? This box, a pizza box from Angel's that Miss Verhagen stumbled across in your room.
Maggie, don't do this. Look, Maggie. Look. Maggie. It's me.
I gotta wonder, Gordon. What's inside? Could it be $100 bill? Huh? Could it be your retainer, Gordon? Stolen by Frank from the armored car company? Delivered to your room by Angel from the pizzeria? So that you could help him betray his brother, Joey?
Come on. Simon! Idiot.
Or is it just a pizza? It's all a matter of perception. But the cash was really wrong. And I have it. In my possession.
He was the best.
I assume we'll get over it.
Yeah, sure. I guess we should just hit it.
I suppose so.
The showgirls, the gambling, the nightlife. Now see Las Vegas from a different point of view through the eyes of cops. An all-new episode tomorrow night. And on Sunday night, open up that Golden Gate because America's top comedians are coming to San Francisco on Comic Strip Live, prime time, Sunday at 10, 9 Central.